This is a response video to the misinformation proposed by Genesis Apologetics, a pseudoscientific religious organization trying to brainwash children and adults. If you enjoy this video, leave a like, and if you want to see more, make sure to sub and hit that bell icon. Without further ado, let's get into it.
I am evolution. I am random chance, accidents, the brainless, purposeless nothing, which somehow leads to everything.
Evolution isn't random. Sure, each individual mutation is random, but selection pressures favor certain random events creating non-random outcomes. Whatever can survive will. Whatever has a more beneficial mutation is more likely to reproduce. That's not random, that's highly predictable because some mutations are so obviously better, like eyesight.
I am creation. I show order and completion.
Evolution is also complete and relatively ordered.
I had to break a few scientific laws to get here. The law of conservation of mass energy, which says new matter of energy can never be created nor destroyed.
Well, that's fine, because no new matter was created nor destroyed, only changed. I'm not sure where they get this idea from, that evolution by natural selection violates that law, but it definitely doesn't.
The law of causality, which says that every effect must have an equal or greater cause.
This law of causality is not a scientific law. It's not a thing at all. It is a thing in philosophy, but even in philosophy it says nothing about equal or greater cause, only that every outcome must have some prior cause.
Yet I ask you to believe that everything came from nothing.
Nope. Everything we see around us came from the Big Bang. Atheists and non-believers make no claims about what happened before the Big Bang, only that we don't know, and to assert that you do is to make a claim that you almost certainly cannot back up.
Not to mention the law of biogenesis, which says that life always comes from life. Yet I teach that life came from non-living matter.
The law of biogenesis isn't a real thing that's taught anymore after multiple experiments proved how incorrect it is. Primarily the Urey-Miller experiment showing that a plethora of organic compounds could arise from the inorganic early conditions of the Earth. And that's not even to mention that evolution and abiogenesis are distinct fields, and you can believe in evolution while not supporting abiogenesis.
I never go against these scientific laws because I am created by the one who made the energy. The great cause that made all the effects, the living God who created life, matter, the laws of nature, and all things.
Damn bro, that's pretty dope. Would be even cooler if you could demonstrate that, but I guess asking for proof is a little too much, isn't it?
I am marked by an invisible past. Fossils show none of my expected in-between forms.
The fossil record is quite comprehensive and shows an incredibly diverse and complex tree of life, spanning incredibly far back. We have a number of fossils easily enough to demonstrate evolution to be true, and we could demonstrate its truth without them. This whole missing link idea, that evolution as a chain has too many holes in the fossil record, hasn't been true in a long time and never really was. Darwin's On the Origin of Species provided many pieces of evidence for evolution despite the lack of fossils in his time.
I am witnessed in the book that tells how I came about, the Bible.
You're not witnessed. The Bible is a compilation of myths and nothing more. I could just as easily point to Harry Potter as witnessing of magic.
I am talked about in almost every science textbook. Their information often changes and disagrees, but it's all the truth. At least for today.
Yes, evolutionary theory, as a branch of study, updates its beliefs with the latest available information. Is that bad? Do we fear discovery, knowledge, and change? We shouldn't. It's all the driving force behind the most accurate method we've ever come up with to determine truth claims: science.
My book has stood the test of time. Like the God that revealed it, my truth never changes.
Well, isn't that unfortunate, given its rampant sexism, racism, homophobia, endorsement of slavery, rape?
I am clever storytelling. If what you see doesn't fit with what I'm saying, we'll make it fit. I only need a small amount of evidence to be considered true, because everyone wants to believe me.
There are mountains of evidence for evolution, but that aside, no one wants to believe evolution. It just so happens to explain all the diversity of life we see today in the best possible way. And yes, we make evidence fit by changing the theories. Again, changing to fit evidence is not something to be feared, but something to encourage.
I am the search for truth, the narrow path. Even when you're given amazing evidence I was made by the creator of all, Most will not acknowledge me.
Maybe it's because there is no evidence, my poor, misinformed friend. Look, I'm gonna stop responding to this guy on the right. He just keeps on making unsubstantiated claim after unsubstantiated claim. I'm sure you get the gist of it.
You'll be popular if you believe in me, even if I'm wrong. Which, of course, I'll cleverly cover.
People aren't popular for believing in evolution. In fact, in many parts of the US, specifically the so-called Bible Belt, you're actively socially outcasted for understanding and accepting the evidences for evolution.
I am freedom. I free you from having to be responsible to anyone but yourself.
I assume this is some kind of dig at non-believers having no morals. Ironic, because no reliable study has ever come out to demonstrate this. What we have seen are those who believe in Abrahamic religions being less tolerant and more likely to support barbaric punishments like the death penalty.
I reflect a society that declares we don't need God. We are our own gods, if you must use that word.
That's correct. We don't need God. Moving on.
I call a fetus a glob of tissue, a choice.
Wow. I'm not going to get into the abortion argument right now because it has literally nothing to do with evolution. It does have something to do with theology, though, because the only time abortion is mentioned in the Bible is outlining a method for abortion to determine whether or not your spouse cheated on you.
I am millions of years of death.
Death?
Yes. All the death through natural selection brought about life. Millions of years of death to get here. Death is my champion, and time and chance are his allies.
I shouldn't have to explain why that's a bad take, but I will. Reducing evolution down to death is like reducing the Bible down to incest. It's pointlessly cutting out so many other completely relevant details. When looked through the right lens, evolution by natural selection is a story of triumph, of glory, of humans rising up out of Africa to conquer every continent and dominate the planet. And in the future, the planet's plural.
Believe in me, and you can have your own way today and die tomorrow, and I will be served. For when you die, there will be no reason for your random existence.
Only if you look through the world from the perspective of an existential nihilist, I actually find quite a lot of meaning in life, from friends to martial arts to programming. Don't let someone who isn't an atheist tell you what atheists think and feel.
Believe in God and you will find ultimate purpose, the plan He had for you since the very foundation of the earth, because He loves you. Stop!
Choose me, just accept it, nod your head, agree, then move on. Oh man, I've claimed the lives of so many. Today you believe in me a little. Tomorrow you believe in your myth a little less.
Hopefully, it is a myth after all.
No, think. Don't just believe because everybody else does. Because if you look, really look, at me and the words He revealed, you'll see Him. Find Him and you will find life. Eternal life. It's your choice. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life
and death,
blessing
and cursing.
Therefore choose life, that both you and your descendants may live.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You mean to tell me that she doesn't believe in evolution? Had me fooled.
I really hope it makes you think.
The only thing that made me think was how many brain cells I wasted on this. That was cringe as hell. Have a good one, lads. I'll see you next time.